Set your intentions for the week, put them in your calendar, put a time to it, and tell yourself that you're actually going to do it. Good morning, besties. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anasa, and we're going to get straight into this video. I know y'all are going to want to hear this. Today, we are talking about our weekly habits, or those habits that channel us for success during the week. And I usually carry them out during the weekend. Let me paint y'all this picture. So, imagine stepping into your week and you're like, I feel so tired. I'm spending so much money. I don't feel like I actually had a weekend. That's one of the worst feelings ever. One of the weirdest feelings ever is feeling like you never had a weekend and you just went straight from week to week. Personally, I cannot imagine that. I would not want to feel like I went straight into the week from the last week because I need my rest. So we're going to talk about some habits that you can do during the weekend that will set you up for success during the week. You'll be spending less time, less money, less brain power. You'll feel so much better. All right, let's get into it. Oh, let me show you what I'm drinking today. I'm promising y'all this recipe for a hot minute now. It's my ginger, turmeric, and lime. And it tastes so good. Yeah, let's go on. First tip, you got to meal prep. Like, I don't care what people are saying, you got to meal prep. On the weeks that I don't meal prep, I end up spending over like $100 in the cafeteria at school that I don't need to be spending. And I usually end up being very hangry. I spend so much more time, so when I come back home from school, I'm like, what am I going to bake? I spend about 3 hours going through TikTok recipes, going through Google recipes, trying to decide what I want to make. So in order for you to save time and resources and just the emotional competence of trying to figure out what to eat, it can be draining. Imagine being in your car and you're going home and you're like, I have food in the fridge, I don't need to cook anything. You can just put it in the microwave, put it on the stove top, and eat when you get back home. So much easier. And I will do a whole other episode on meal prepping, but you can do meal prepping in different forms. So I like to meal prep for the weekend, and I like to do 2 different things. So this week I made Brussels sprouts, and I also made sweet potatoes with stew. And you can have something different for dinner and something different for lunch. With meal prepping, you can meal prep into one big container, like each thing, or you can, what I do to make my time easier in the mornings, because I like to make things as efficient as I can for myself. So since I know I'm going somewhere every single day of the weekday, I have 5 containers, and I put all my food inside those 5 containers for the week, and then I just stack them up, and when I wake up in the morning and it's time to go, all I have to do is take it out, put it in my backpack, and I'm gone. So making these things as efficient as possible so you're spending the least time that you needed during the week. You don't have to wake up any earlier to meal prep or to put your things inside containers to take with you to work or to wherever you're going. That's why I love meal prepping so much. And honestly, think of it this way. You're spending like 3 hours during the weekend doing meal prepping, and if you were to do that during the week, you'd be spending about 8 extra hours from like all the emotional turmoil to actually sitting down and deciding what to eat every single day of the week. So meal prepping will definitely set you up for success. Do y'all ever enter the week feeling like I have not gotten enough sleep? That is one of my top 10 worst feelings ever. Entering Monday and getting to Monday and being like, I didn't get enough sleep. I do not feel well rested. I don't think I can tackle this week. Like, imagine going from a Friday straight to a Monday. A straight nightmare. Yeah, we're not doing that here. So I like to get my rest done during the weekends. I will get some extra sleep during the weekends. Whatever I need, I will take my time, because during the week, we are so go, 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 go. We never take the time to actually rest during the week. And even though you should be doing a little bit of rest during the week, the weekend is a great time to catch up, especially if you feel like you didn't get that time during the week to catch up on your rest or on your me time and taking that time for yourself. It's so good to slow down sometimes, because in this battle of life, we're just racing to go everywhere. And you don't even realize that you're racing to go everywhere until you look back 1 month and you're like, I don't actually think I took the time to sit. I don't think I took the time to actually enjoy my cup of tea. I don't think I took the time to actually look at the birds or see the sunset or the sunrise. And a whole month goes by and you're like, damn, I was just in this rat race they call life. So make sure you take some time to rest and to take your time during the weekend so that you feel fuller and more appreciative and full of gratitude, and just to have a better week in general. Our next tip is filling up your cup. And the reason why I didn't put rest and fill up your cup together is some people actually get filling up their cup by recharging by being with people. And so I have a friend who actually is that way. And for me, I need my me time during the weekend. Like, out of every weekend, and I suggest everybody do this, those 3 weekend days that you have, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday nights, I suggest that people stay at least one of those nights at home. I am young and I love to go out and I love to have fun, but I need at least one night at home. Otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. You will not catch me out. Get someone else to do it. I'm not doing it. No. So it's so important for me to catch up and relax and have my me time, because it's only when I am overflowing, when my cup is full, that I'm able to pour into other cups. And that's what I love to do. During the week, I love to pour into my friends' cups, especially at school. It's like one of my favorite things to do, just to pour into other people's cups. But I can't do that if I'm not full enough. And that's honestly part of why I left my job at the hospital. I never felt full enough to pour into other people. I was always pouring from an empty cup, and pouring from an empty cup can lead to resentment. So during the weekend, have your me time, have your solo time, or do something that charges you up. So maybe go for a paint and sip, maybe go to a yoga class, meditation class, you go to the park with friends, be around lots of music if that's what charges you up and builds you up. Go painting, do something that makes you feel alive, literally. Oh, go hiking. I read this thing and it's like, do something every week that makes you feel alive, that lights your soul on fire. We should not be going through life and not feeling like our soul is lit on fire by certain experiences. I feel so strongly that like at least once a month, incorporate into your routine or incorporate into your month something that lights your soul on fire, like a hike, and it can be something spontaneous. You won't even know that it lights your soul on fire until you actually do it. So just having this time filling yourself up so that you're able to fill into others during the week is so important during the weekend, because nobody wants to go into Monday and they aren't looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when everybody else is looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Yeah. Filling up your cup could also look like journaling. It can also look like some self-care, some TLC, getting your hair done, doing your nails, just taking that time, kicking on the phone with your friends. So anything that you need to do, because what you need to do is very subjective to yourself. Whatever you need to do to fill your cup up during the weekend, do it. And honestly, during the week, we get depleted, so it's okay to pour a little bit of it into your cup. Like, it's fine. You're supposed to during the week to have a little bit of time to yourself. I like to pour into my cup every single morning, so at least I have like an hour or an hour and a half to myself before I step into the real world to get things done. I make sure my cup is full, especially in the mornings, and then I'm able to pour into other people's cups and other cups during the day. This next one is divided into 2 parts. The first one is reviewing your planner for the week. So when we review our planner for the week, we decide what's going to happen during the week, but we're also looking at the things that we can get done over the weekend, or the things that happened in the week before that we didn't get done during the week that we're going to get done during the weekend. And these are like usually miscellaneous things, and they vary from person to person. Mine personally is editing. I feel like I get a lot of editing done over the weekends, and even if I'll look at my schedule and I'll be like, oh, there's no time to get that done during the week, and that could be sending emails for me too, like sending detailed brand emails. I'll do that during the weekend, get it all done then. And yes, it's great to get bits and pieces of miscellaneous things done during the week, but if I didn't schedule out time, I usually find myself doing it during the weekends. That way, when I get into the actual week, I don't feel like I have 101 things to do and I didn't necessarily slot time for them during the week. So love to get those miscellaneous items out of the way. And this could even be like dropping things off at the post office or getting grocery equipment, going to the grocery store. You can do that during the weekend because you've already told yourself, okay, I'm setting myself up for the week and I'm setting my week up for success. And so you're just getting those tasks that you're not sure what time you're going to get done during the week. Just get them done during the weekend. It makes things so much easier. This second part is a piggyback off the first part, and this is doing a rough outline of the actual week. So I like to organize my calendar, and sometimes I'll do it on Notion. So for my content, I organize my content through Notion, and I can share a cute little template here. And then I use my actual calendar for my school things. And so when I do that during the weekend, I have a good idea of what's going to happen during the week, and I'm able to kind of visualize the events that are happening during the week. And that helps me to see, did I forget anything that I need to do? Is there anything really important that I need to get done? And this sets me up for success, kind of having that visual how my week is going to look like, and if there's any prep work that I need to do. I highly recommend it. Now, personally, with any habits, I like to take them day by day, and I actually like to incorporate a little bit at a time so I don't overwhelm myself, especially with new habits that I want to be long-term and I want to keep. So this can look like, if I'm meal prepping for the first time, I will meal prep maybe just one meal for the first week, and then the next week I'll see how that feels so I'm not to overwhelm myself. I got this habit from James Clear, so implementing little by little so that you have a more sustained consistency. Along those same lines, I also love to set intentions for the week, and I do this during the weekend. So I sit down and I write my goals for the week, or what I actually want to achieve during the week. And the key is actually planning out how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to break each thing up, and then going ahead, putting it in my calendar, but putting a time to it. And so, like I said in the other videos I have, putting a time to it. And I got this from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. Go read that book if you haven't. It'll change your life. But essentially, when you put a time to what you're going to do, you're more likely to do it. Set your intentions for the week, put them in your calendar, put a time to it, and tell yourself that you're actually going to do it. And put like a time block, because time, your work expands to fill time. Yeah. All right, y'all, those are the current weekly habits I have that I absolutely love, and I really wanted to share with you guys. So I hope you have a great day. It's honestly bleak outside in DC. Like, I've got my drink right here and it is rainy. It's not giving cute. I needed some more dopamine this morning, so I had a cold shower and it's freezing outside. But yeah, I'm just going to eat and get some work done inside the house. I actually have school, but I'm just going to do it online because I'm not going to campus for a 2-hour class if it's a 2-hour commute. It's like 1 hour there and then 1 hour back. So we'll see how it ends up. It's just my physiology class, and I can just watch the lecture online. Oopsie. All right, besties, have a great rest of your day. Hugs and kisses.